Wow, according to Lithuania's National Data Agency, there were less than 19,000 babies born in 2024 in Lithuania, and this was fewer than any other year since Lithuania regained its independence in 1990. Yes, perhaps overpopulation in a global sense needs to be addressed, but for Lithuania, I think this could be a long-term existential crisis. If you're looking for a tech job in Vilnius, check out today's sponsor, Sigli. There's more info at the end of this video. According to LRT, these days, most families in Lithuania are opting for 1 or 2 children. I can attest to this personally, as we have 1 kid with no plans for another. Seriously, now that I'm a father, I have no idea how couples can manage 3, 4, or 5 kids. And my goodness, now I see single parents as pretty much superheroes, considering the amount of energy it takes to raise children. But I think there are some cultural dynamics that might explain some of this tendency to have small families, which I'll discuss a little later. But getting back to the numbers, Lithuania's State Data Agency says that 18,979 babies were born in 2024, and this is fewer than any other year since 1990. It's something that's going on pretty much everywhere in the Western world. The long-term consequences include growing labor shortages and a shrinking tax base from which to pay for government expenditures, and there's really only so much that AI and robots can do in the face of labor scarcity. Social Security and Labor Minister Inga Raugenienė tells LRT that one of the reasons is that people simply cannot afford to raise children. The minister is quoted as saying, "Life is getting more expensive and our young people are calculating. It is extremely difficult for a young family to buy a house. You have to have an adequate amount of income, so young people work more than one job to save up for the first start. This is why family planning is postponed until later." But, well, it's not like the Lithuanian government hasn't been trying to roll out policies that are conducive to growing families. In fact, Lithuania offers one of the longest maternal leave periods in the EU and relatively generous benefits. I believe mothers can take up to 3 years off and still return to their job. According to this document, maternity pay is 60% of your income if you choose to take 18 months or less. And if you choose to take 2 years off, then it's 45% of your income for the first year and then 30% in the second. Now, you can take a third year, but you won't have any maternity pay, just the guarantee of a job to return to. Now, there are other benefits and stipulations, but I just want to give you guys a rough idea of what things are like. But leave time and a monthly payment doesn't seem to be enough for Lithuanians, and the country's fertility rates have been steadily dropping in recent decades. In 2023, the fertility rate stood at 1.18, and this is well below the replacement rate of 2.1. The only way Lithuania can keep its population from shrinking then is to accept more migrants, something that came somewhat easily with Ukrainians fleeing the war in recent years. But for the sake of the region, we can only hope that these kinds of things don't happen too often. LRT says that returning Lithuanian expatriates have also helped. But getting back to why people in this country are having less children, well, I get this sense that increasing urbanization is a factor too. Lithuania's cities are growing as people from rural areas across the country seek jobs and career opportunities in and around Vilnius, Kaunas, and Klaipėda. And so not only does this mean people may be putting career before family, but usually extended family will remain in the village. And why is this a factor? Well, now that my wife and I are in parenting mode, we realize the incredible value of having family nearby. Because, well, we don't have family nearby. Only a few times now, we've left our son with someone else to go out and get a bit of a break, but childcare costs can add up, and we'd rather not ask too much of our friends. And so it makes you really envy those families where grandpa and grandma are living nearby and can help out. It's maybe more of an unverified theory, but just from my perspective, I think it would be easier to grow a family if there was more familial support around. And if young families are mostly in the city, while the extended family is in the countryside, well, then I guess familial support is less likely to be there. Have you heard that old saying? It takes a village to raise a child? That's essentially what I'm talking about. Not everyone has that village, but it is what it is. And so what do you think about Lithuania's declining birth rate? Let me know by leaving a comment. And this video is brought to you by Sigli. Sigli is on the hunt for talented IT and marketing experts to join their team, especially here in Lithuania. Sigli is a digital development services company with its office located in Vilnius. They're on the hunt for more people to work in sales and project management. And if you know another European language, that's even better. Check out sigli.com to learn more about their career opportunities. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.